Good morning. It is the LinkedIn Marketing Minis video series show. I'm Karen Yankovich, and I'm here with you live every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, although we're a little early today because I had a schedule conflict. So we're live at 10 a.m. Eastern with a short little marketing mini that can help you quickly advance the marketing that you do and help you really start to stand out from your competitors. I've had a bunch of conversations this week, and the topic that's come up a lot is if you are not standing out, you're invisible, and in this crazy market that we're in right now. So, all of the things that I'm talking about here are they're accelerated. The success is accelerated when you have first taken the time to create a strong personal brand that supports all of this marketing, right? So I'm live this morning on my Facebook business page, my Facebook group, which you have not yet joined. You should totally come hang out with us there at LinkedInForWomenCommunity.com. I'm live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter/X, or whatever we're calling it these days. If you are new to this series and you want to check it, I've been live every day so far for the month of September. And so today's September 23rd. So this is the 23rd video. You can check all of the rest of them out if you want to binge us a little bit. And especially if you're on the East Coast and you're getting rained in this weekend, you can binge us at marketingminis.com. And that is a great place to kind of binge this content. So one other question that I've been getting a lot as I've been doing these videos is, first of all, I'm getting great feedback from you guys. If there's a topic that you want to see me talk about, let me know. Send me a DM wherever you're watching this, and I'll add it to my list. I've got topics mapped out, but I left in lots of space so that I can add your requests in there. The other question I got was, how does this all work together, right? How does this all work together? How do you, because I'm giving you a short little tip every day, which is what I'm committed to doing, but they're not in any real order, right? So how does this all work together? So I created a short little video for you so that you can watch it and you can have a sense of how this all works together. As a matter of fact, you know what? Hang on one second. I want to edit that a little bit because it seems like it's just too. Hold on one second. Give me one sec. I know I should be doing this. I know I should be doing this beforehand, but this is what it's like to be a real entrepreneur. You just kind of do this stuff on the fly. This is because I've been thinking for days I need to do this and I haven't done it yet. How does this all work together? Watch at. All right. So let me save that. And now much better, right? Do you agree? Much better. Okay. So what's today's topic? Today's topic is, it's an interesting one. So the topic itself is mastering the art of booking and managing networking opportunities on LinkedIn. And that's really what at the heart of this is. But really what I want to talk about today is, because this is it. This is the video. This is where the rubber hits the road. If you can get this down pat and you can get these calls on your calendar in a very micro targeted way, this is where the money is. Just to be really clear, this is where the money is. And like I said earlier, this works much better if you're doing this from the strength of a really great LinkedIn profile. Okay, so definitely make sure you've taken time to do that. And if you have not yet, if you need some help with that, if you go to LinkedInProfileTraining.com, I've got a training there for you that can help you with that. There's no excuses in this market to not have a great LinkedIn profile. LinkedInProfileTraining.com will get you there. Because when you're doing this outreach on LinkedIn, if you're doing it from this place of, it's my resume, or I'm like everybody else, or I'm an accountant or an attorney, or, a coach or whatever, you're like everybody else, right? You have to stand out, and you stand out by taking control of your brand and really shining a light on what makes you different from everyone else. So, but then when you're doing this outreach, right, how do you do this? Well, I've talked a lot already on some of these videos about how to build your network, how to dive into your existing network and things like that. And if you're binging it on marketingminis.com, you can check that out. But what I want to talk a little bit about today is, what do you do on those calls? How do you master those calls? my favorite kind of call that I can conjure up from the work that I'm doing on LinkedIn, and this is very simple work. I am all about building more freedom into my life, right? So that comes down to not having to work a million hours a week, not having to be constantly banging on doors, right? To have a magnetic marketing approach. So my magnetic marketing strategy, when done properly, and when everything's working in an alignment, is putting people on my calendar that I can have conversations with that are in the around the energy of, here's what I do, who do you know? Right? Not here's what I do, give me your credit card, right? Not here's what I do, hire me. Not like, yes, that's what we want. That's what everybody wants on LinkedIn. That's what everybody wants when we go to networking meetings and chamber of commerce meetings and all those things. But when we network from that energy, right? Here's what I do, buy my stuff. Nobody wants to see us. They come running in the opposite direction when they see us coming, right? I know you know what I'm talking about, right? So how do you do that? How do you have these conversations that are more, the hardest part about having these conversations is there's no scripts, right? I can't say these exact 5 things and this will happen, because every conversation is different. And that's the skill you need to master. That's the confidence you need to have. You need to have that skill and that confidence to say, okay, I'm going to get on the phone with this person. I don't know where it's going to go, but you never know. Like, maybe they're going to want, maybe they'll know somebody that wants what I offer. Right. I've had, I talk a lot to people in the financial industry, and they're struggling right now, right? Like, how do you get leads, blah, blah, blah. And, nobody wants that person knocking on their door saying, buy my insurance, or buy a mortgage from me, or, let me take your money for your investment. But here's the thing, like, we need to build relationships to get to that part of the conversation, right? So if you're not reaching out saying, like, I can manage your investments, but you're reaching out saying, listen, I've got this product and I think it's really powerful for these type of people. Do you know anybody that I should talk to? Right? That's how networking is powerful. That's how we manage these networking opportunities. And if we're booking these opportunities from that collaborative energy, instead of from that, I want you to buy my stuff, then we have a lot more success in even just having people invest their time to get on the call with you, because we're not really just always looking, like, before you can get somebody to invest their money with you, you've got to convince somebody to invest their time with you. And that's the networking piece. So to get somebody to invest their time with you, you've got to start by your LinkedIn profile. Right. And then if you're doing it from the power of your LinkedIn profile, and you've got somebody to invest their time with you, and you've got that call booked on your calendar, now those conversations and the energy around those conversations are, here's what I do, who do you know? And that is where the money is on this platform. If you are doing it from that energy, everything changes. What I know is when you have these powerful conversations, the conversions follow. Okay, 100%. But if you're constantly leading with cold calls, it is a lot harder to make those conversions. It's so crazy to me, because if you've listened at all, or if we've ever had any one-on-one conversations, I know you've heard me say this, but when I ask people, like, let's say you're in an industry where you do a lot of, where cold calling is the thing, right? When I ask people, like, when you think back to the biggest opportunities that you had, I'm going to guess they didn't come from a cold call, right? They probably came from networking, right? From a referral. Somebody gave you a referral that turned into this amazing opportunity. That's where the amazing opportunities are. But we're still spending money buying cold calling lists. We're still hiring companies to spam our LinkedIn network so that we can put cold calls on our calendar. Like, nobody's buying from this stuff. And even if they do, even if you're getting somebody to buy occasionally, and technically the math works out that it's profitable, how much of your time are you wasting talking to these people? And how much more valuable would that have been if you had created a networking strategy that helped you research and book calls from a place of power, because you have a great LinkedIn profile, and then have these conversations around, who can you refer to me? How much more powerful and how much more money would you be making if that was what you did? And that's the magnetic marketing strategy that I talk about. All right. So I can talk about this forever, but I don't want to babble because I'm committed to making these marketing minis for you, right? They have minis means they have to be short. So if you want to know how this strategy works together with all the other things, like yesterday, for example, if you're struggling with your LinkedIn profile, yesterday we talked about how to create a summary, right? So you can go there. So sluvideo.com talks about how this all works together. And then also if you are looking for, let me see if I have, yeah. If you're looking to up-level your LinkedIn profile, go to linkedinprofiletraining.com, and I've got a crazy easy to access program there that can help you get through your profile, right? So I hope this was valuable. I'll be back here tomorrow. Let's see what tomorrow's topic is. Oh, we're going to continue this conversation about magnetic marketing on LinkedIn tomorrow. So I'm excited to do that. And I will see you then. Have everybody, if you're on the East Coast, stay dry. I know I'm in New Jersey. We're looking at getting some serious rain this weekend from Ophelia. And binge the marketing minis and get some mojo going with your LinkedIn marketing. All right. I will see you tomorrow.